So, not too long ago, I hit 5,000 subscribers on this channel. I was pretty much inactive for 2 years, barely posting any content. And a lot of that, honestly, was depression and just not feeling enough motivation to make videos at all. And just a lot of stuff personally that's been affecting me. My father passing away a few years ago was really, that's the thing that really changed me for the worse. And that's something you don't just get over, you know? Still dealing with it, obviously, but I am honestly proud of myself. I guess that's what I could say, because I didn't really post anything for so long, and I've been really, I've enjoyed coming back to YouTube and making videos and reading all your comments. Apparently, I've made 84 videos on this channel in 2024 so far, which isn't that bad. I made a lot in January, kind of slowed it down a little bit in February, and barely posted in March and April, so the consistency is not there, admittedly. I have, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement as far as how I run my YouTube channel, but I made 84 videos on this channel, and 20 videos on my other channel, and a couple other videos on various other channels, so I have been pretty active on YouTube, and with this channel in particular, I had 4,500 subscribers when I started the year, not posting any content for so long, and I was actually at a point where I was losing subscribers every single day. So getting up to 5,000 subscribers already is pretty cool, and I appreciate every single one of you who've subscribed, the new people, and the old subscribers that have stuck around even through the lack of content and inactivity on the channel. So thank you to each and every one of you, all 5,000 of you. You're all amazing. And I announced a few weeks ago I was doing a Q&A to celebrate, so I'm going to be answering your questions. So let's start off with the first question from Space Defines Me. What's your favorite gaming console and favorite game of all time? My favorite console, by far, PlayStation 3. Best library of games, best overall gaming system. It started off not too good, but it eventually became a great video game console, and of all the ones I've played, it's definitely my favorite. As far as my favorite video game of all time, that is a bit of a harder question to answer, but if I were to give you one, I think the first game that comes to mind is Dragon Age Origins. That is one of the greatest games that I've ever played. I think it might actually be the greatest, but as far as other games that would be in contention for my favorite video game ever, Fallout 4 is on there, Skyrim, Black Ops 1, and the first Red Dead Redemption. That would definitely be my top 5 video games of all time. Super Wada wants to know, what are some of my favorite movies? Funny thing is, I haven't actually been to a movie theater since 2021. The last movie I ever saw in theaters was the Sopranos movie, which I thought was awful. So I'm not really much of a movie person, to be honest. Of course, I did see some newer releases, especially some stuff from the MCU and shit like that. So yeah, the MCU movies are definitely my favorite. I also love mob movies like The Godfather, Goodfellas. My father really got me into that shit. But definitely don't take my movie opinions too seriously, because I saw Oppenheimer a few months ago, when it first came out on Peacock, and I was so bored I almost fell asleep. I thought it was awful. But it's considered peak cinema to most people, so I'm really out of touch when it comes to that shit. If it's not Marvel related, I'm probably not interested. My favorite Marvel movie of all time, which is probably my favorite movie of all time, would be Avengers Infinity War. Fear Slayer 01, can you bring back your Let's Play or wrestling channels, or both? I really missed the content on those. Also, would you ever consider hosting an event on your Discord for Call of Duty 2 for PC or other non-Call of Duty games? With COD 2, if you get enough people to fill one of the many empty vanilla servers, it'll be a blast. Same goes for other games that you featured on the channel. So that has always been the vision of me making those videos, and me having this channel is to grow a retro multiplayer community and to eventually be able to host events. It certainly doesn't help that my schedule is very weird and does not work with most other people's schedules as far as when they're able to play online and that kind of thing. But it's definitely a goal for the future, absolutely. And to answer your other question about the Let's Plays and the wrestling channels, yeah, it's just having so many different things, you can't really give them all equal attention, because I have a lot of channels. I got this channel, the Cynical Gamer channel, the Let's Play channel, the wrestling channel, the food review channel, personal vlog channel, political channel, investing channel. Shit, I had an old channel that got terminated back in 2013 that YouTube brought back a few months ago, so I have that channel as well. It's crazy how much fucking shit that I have, and it's gotten a little bit out of hand, but that's the thing. You can't really post equally on all those channels at the same time. It's just physically impossible. Even if I had all the free time in the world, it still would not be possible. But are those projects that I am open to revisiting in the future? Absolutely. I mean, I'm still a wrestling fan. I went to fucking WrestleMania, so I'm still interested in it. And Let's Plays, to be fair, I haven't played any single-player games recently, because if I want to play a single-player game, I do want to record it for a Let's Play. So I am hoping to eventually get back to that. It's just, the big problem with that channel is I had so many playthroughs that I had, and I just didn't really feel like I wasn't interested in playing a lot of these games anymore. But since I'm running a channel, I feel obligated to finish those Let's Plays. So I kind of just stopped posting, and instead of just starting a whole bunch of new Let's Plays for other games that I may be interested in playing. So that was like the biggest problem I had for that channel. And I got questions from two different people asking the same thing, the Neighborino and Real Base Spartan, if I plan on live streaming again, because it had been a very long time. I think October of 2021 was my last live stream until a couple weeks ago. Then I did another stream the week after, and I plan on making it a more regular thing going forward because, I have a lot of fun doing it and playing the game live, reacting to your live chat messages, and a lot of you seem to enjoy them, so I think I'm going to keep doing them. And I got a weird question here from Mercer. What's my height, weight, blood type, and handedness? It's very weird, but I'm going to answer it anyway. My height, I'm about 5'9". My weight, I'm about 180. I have no fucking clue what my blood type is. I don't know if that's strange that I don't know what it is. It seems like everybody does, but I don't know. I never knew. I never had any medical procedures or anything really medically done to me to ever really have to know what that is. And I've never felt the urge to donate blood or give someone my kidney, so it's not something important in my life that I really need to know about. And then you asked my handedness. I am right-handed. I actually tried to write with my left hand when I was younger because I thought the left-handed kids were cool and I wanted to be like them, but I couldn't. I never could. So yeah, I'm only right-handed. And this question from Luiso, I have no idea what it's supposed to mean and what he's asking. It says, do you think you'd ever get too in YouTube versus when you was little? I'm gonna just answer what I think he's meaning to ask me. I think what that's supposed to say is if I thought I was going to get into YouTube when I was little, like when I was younger. And the answer is yes. Ever since I was 11 years old in the 5th grade, I've been posting YouTube videos. 15 years. Pretty crazy when you think about the fact that I've been on YouTube for most of my life. Never mind half of my life. It's been most at this point. I'm 26. So if I'm still here making videos when I'm 30, which is only a few years from now, it will be 2/3 of my entire life making YouTube videos. That's fucking wild. And then we got Cozy Av. What are your favorite franchises, movies, TV, gaming? Well, I'll answer those separately. My favorite movie franchises, I kind of alluded to earlier. Marvel Cinematic Universe, Harry Potter. And as far as, franchises, that actually might be it, because I can't really... I used to be a Star Wars person. Not so much anymore. I really haven't enjoyed any Star Wars film since... I guess I liked Rogue One, but I hated every film in the sequel trilogy in different ways. I'm trying to think of other big movie franchises out there. I mean, The Godfather, I only really enjoyed the first one. The second one was alright. The third one, obviously, not so good, so I wouldn't really count that. What else is there? John Wick, Die Hard. I mean, I'm okay with that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't consider them amazing. And I also have never seen any Lord of the Rings movies, which I think is going to blow your mind, because I know you're a huge Lord of the Rings guy. Haven't seen any in my life. So yeah, I'm just going to have to say MCU and Harry Potter for films. For television, now there's a lot more stuff there. The Walking Dead is by far my #1 favorite television franchise of all time. I've enjoyed almost everything they've put out. Also gotta say Breaking Bad, along with Better Call Saul, that entire universe is just, it's television at its best. I'm also a big Law & Order guy. I love all 3 of the Law & Order shows going on right now. The regular one, SVU, Organized Crime. In Game of Thrones, I'm not sure if I want to include that in there because I hated the end of the TV show like most people did. And I love House of the Dragon, but only one season has aired so far, so they could shit the bed later down the line, like in season 2 or 3. Used to be a huge Pokemon guy when I was little. SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron, Ed and Nettie, Billy and Mandy. I mean, I could go on and on about all the shows I watched back then. There was a lot of them. So I'm definitely more of a TV guy than a movie person, for sure. And video games, some of the stuff I mentioned before, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Dragon Age. Although Dragon Age, honestly, the first one, Dragon Age Origins, is the only one I really, truly enjoyed. Overall, as a franchise, Mass Effect is definitely much better. Call of Duty, of course, although not so much in recent years, but overall, absolutely. Grand Theft Auto, duh. Red Dead Redemption. Used to be a big Sonic the Hedgehog guy. Mario. Ratchet and Clank, though, was my favorite platforming series when I was young. The WWE video game franchise, especially SmackDown vs. Raw, that's definitely up there as well. I mean, I can go on and on. I can, just spend an hour talking about all the media franchises that I enjoy, but those are just the ones that stand out the most to me when I think about it. So, yeah, great question. Then we got Hal. What's a game and movie, could also be a TV series, that you want to forget just so you can watch it again, not knowing anything about it? Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Skyrim. That's my answer. King Wyatt, if you could have a movie or show adaptation of a game, which would it be? I mean, yeah, that's a good question, since Fallout was a pretty good adaptation, in my opinion. I thought it was a great TV show. I mean, we'll see if it goes downhill in future seasons, because, there's a lot of shows that have great first seasons, and they go strong, and then they kind of just fall off. Hopefully it doesn't happen with that, because I was really blown away. Yeah, I'd love a Dragon Age show, absolutely. I think that's the first one that stands out. Elder Scrolls TV show going off of that, because I think, hey, they could do it with Fallout, maybe they could do it with Elder Scrolls too. And I also always wanted a TV adaptation of the Walking Dead video game series with Lee and Clementine. And I also think a Red Dead Redemption movie or Grand Theft Auto movie would be fun as well. And the last question from Lester Bronson. If you had to go live on an island by yourself for the rest of your life, you can't leave, and you can only bring one game and one console, what would they be? Well, the console would definitely be the PlayStation 3. The video game itself only had one game to choose. It would probably be, assuming I can actually connect to online servers, Little Big Planet. They actually just shut that shit down, which pisses me off. But single-player-wise, I guess I'd take the PS3 version of Dragon Age Origins. He did say console, he didn't say PC, so that's my answer to that. Thank you all for asking your questions. If you didn't get the Q&A announcement, I made it in a community post. If you missed it, you can always come join me on my next live stream and ask whatever question you would like, and I will answer it in real time. Thanks again to everybody for allowing me to reach 5,000 subscribers, and hopefully we can continue to keep this momentum going and grow the channel even more.